Can we do one practical one? Look around. Are you able to see some empty space in this tent? Look around, everybody. Can you see some empty space? An empty seat? Can you see a space beside you where a seat can be? That is your responsibility. The empty space is an opportunity for you to be relevant in the kingdom of God. I want to recommend to you, be a peacemaker. Be a soul winner. If you don't know how to preach, invite them to church. Pay their fare. Your blessings are attached to your assignment. Don't look for blessings outside your assignment. Ladies and gentlemen, if people can sell product from nowhere, at least we can sell the Christ we have benefited from. So when are you going to win the next soul? I'm sure you understand English. Yeah. When are you going to win the next soul? I'm talking to you. Now, wauliza, nafsi next enye okokesha ni lini? Mutaniongelesha tu kama mutaniongelesha one on one nitaita majina. When are you going to win the next soul? Listen, winning souls is securing people's destiny. Love God, love your neighbor as yourself. Loving your neighbor is introducing the love of God to your neighbor. I want to recommend to everybody called of God to ministry. You feel God is calling you to ministry. If your gateway to ministry is not soul winning, your ministry is very fragile. Anybody who went that ministry otherwise away from the gate of soul winning don't survive in ministry. A good introduction to ministry, any calling, is not to preach to believers, it's to preach to non-believers. You know what the Great Commission says? Go win souls, then make them disciples. And then you know what it says? Begin in Jerusalem. Your immediate, your friends. Your Jerusalem could be your colleagues. If your friend is not born again and you are not an influence, your friend can make stupid comments like, unajua makanisa siku hizi imekuwa shakahola na unacheka na wewe unaenda kanisa. You have lost your relevance. Nobody should make a stupid comment about church and you are there. Even if church has issues, you are still a member of a church. Nobody can criticize your father with your hearing and you clap for them. You don't. Even if your child got an E in school, you don't allow anybody to call your child a fool, because by extension they are calling you. If your colleagues, your friends can talk about their life and you can't talk about your life, you are misrepresenting your faith. When are you going to win the next soul? A true believer cannot entertain a language like makanisa squeezy. You can't do that. Kama tukiongea kuhusu kabila yako peke yako, unataka kukufa. Tukisema wakale, unasema watu wanatuonea wakale na sio wewe. Why not your kingdom? So wanafumilia na shida yao. Kwa nini? You are a participant. Why are you so quick to criticize your faith? Sasa hii makanisa yanasema na ni kweli, hata mimi sijui naendanga tu, lakini najua mtu ni roho yake. Your friends should know your boundaries. Yeah. A doctor told me I don't believe in pastors. And I told him I don't believe in doctors. And he told me I will see you in my hospital. And I told him I will see you in church. I'm glad he's in the church this morning. Hebu niulizie jirani yako, when are you bringing the next soul to the kingdom of God? Na asipoongea ujue tu huyo sio wetu. Hebu jaribu tena. Wewe muimbaji, wacha kuandika point, uliza jirani yako. When are you bringing the next soul? You know what, friends? The man you are leading to Christ might end up being your father-in-law. The young man you are leading to Christ might end up being your son-in-law. The girl you are praying for might end up being your son-in-law. The person you are leading to Christ might be the gate you need tomorrow. Jesus introduced a prostitute to salvation. The prostitute came back and anointed Jesus. Could it be that the miracles you're looking for are in the hands of the people who are still in the world? I have a pastor friend. Actually, I know up to 4 or 5 pastors who led people to Christ, who led a woman to Christ in a college and, took that girl through discipleship, mentorship, mentored her very well, and finally married her. I know a friend of mine, quite a number of them, who led their wives to Christ and mentored them into salvation. Nancy, could it be that the husband you are looking for is not saved? Could it be that the man who is supposed to marry you is out there? Why don't you lead one to Christ, and out of that, God will touch that one? Could it be that the business partner you are looking for is still out there? I'm talking to you. Let's use the love of God to win people to God. Let's not use pain to remember those who are in pain. And remember what I said? Pray when it's still conducive. Don't wait until the prayer point is in the house. And I bless you in Jesus' name. I want to propose the following thoughts. If you used to go to schools to preach, I sound a trumpet today. The Lord is saying, go back to school. If you used to go for evangelism, I want to sound the same trumpet. Go back to evangelism. But I also want to advise this person. What was your gateway to salvation? Was it a weekend challenge? Was it a crusade? Where were you found? How did you come to Christ? Did somebody visit your home? Did somebody send some missionary? Was it in school? Was it in college? I want you to remember your gate to salvation and go back to that gate and introduce somebody else to salvation. Some of you, God has blessed you with vehicles. When I was growing up, we used to take matatus that comes to town once. Na haikuwa box imekuja baadaye. Ilikuwa ya machuma na imewekwa canvas. Mnakaa ndani, alafu mnakalianda ndani, alafu mnasimama ndani, alafu mnasimama kwa reli ya nje, alafu wengine mko juu na misigo. Mnaenda Kapsabet. Manguo yenye umefaa ndio unaenda kuhubiri nayo. By the time unafika Kapsabet, nywele ni nyeupe, koti ni nyekundu, meno ni nyekundu, na unaenda kuhubiri. The following day lazima muamuke saa 10 kwa sababu mnakuja na lori ya maziwa mpaka Moiben. Mungu ametupea magari, lakini tunakimbia nyumbani mapema. Tuko na simu, unaweza hubiria mtu kwa simu. Tuko na pesa, unaweza alika mtu lunch na muhubirie. Unaweza alika mtu church, unaweza beba watu kwa estate yako walete church. Hebu kumbuka mahali uliingilia rudi pale. We want to go back to the basics. We want soul winners. We want missioners. We want to bring men to the kingdom of God. We want brothers who go to parliament. We want brothers who go to the county government. Ambao wezi funga barabara Jumapili wakimbie. Shameful. Utafungaje barabara Jumapili? Ufunge Monday. Nilikuwa nimemaliza actually. Unafanya mambo ambayo mwanadamu hawezi kufanya. Unatoa faraja mwanadamu hawezi. Tuseme pamoja. Unafanya mambo ambayo mwanadamu hawezi. Unatoa faraja ambayo mwanadamu hawezi.
Unafanya mambo ambayo unatoa
faraja ambayo mwanadamu haufanani. Haufanani. Sema wewe ni Mungu. Wewe ni Mungu. Mtulisa. Unafanya mambo